Hello one and all, this is Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. This time around, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This version, of course, is the remastered version of the 2010 game of the same name, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which followed in the same vein of Need for Speed 3 and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, with the latter being one of my favorite Need for Speed games, if not one of my favorite racing games of all time. With that being stated, the 2010 version didn't have me playing religiously like Hot Pursuit 2 did, but it still was a very fun game, a very loose arcade game that still had some simulation, especially when it came to drifting and getting around tight corners. The biggest draw when it comes to this game, just like it was in the 2010 version, is the ability to play both as a racer and as a cop. You can either race against the AI or online opponents in an attempt to evade the cops, or you can play as a cop and attempt to take down the various racers, be it in campaign mode or career mode or online as well. The thing that made the 2010 version different from the previous Hot Pursuit games, that also of course plays into the remastered version, is the abilities that each player has when it comes to certain special attacks. These minuscule in terms of numbered abilities can really change the dynamic of a chase at any given moment, and it's one of those things that really made Hot Pursuit the 2010 version and now the remastered version so much fun to play, no matter if you're a racer or a cop. Considering this was developed by Criterion, which was the developers behind the Burnout games, the presentation is very similar to the Burnout games. There is no story, there is just a bunch of events that you try to get the best time or the best placement and get those gold medals with the intent of raising your bounty, raising your title, and unlocking more cars. One thing that was very prevalent in the 2010 version, which thankfully returns here without the microtransactions, is the ability to unlock cars by simply playing the game. If you get X amount of money, or in this case bounty, by if you're a racer driving recklessly, like driving on the other side of the road or avoiding near crashes, or playing very smartly, the same avoiding near crashes when it comes to being a cop, or more importantly, trying to obey the law even during the heat of the moment when it's a chase. You will get not only nitro, but also a bounty, which adds to your title, which also, of course, unlocks more cars as you progress through the game. It's very simplistic, it's very bare bones, but it works. It's fun, it's addictive. It feels like you're being rewarded, even if you just play for 30 minutes to an hour. You don't have to play for hours upon hours upon hours to feel like you've unlocked something, or more importantly, put down extra money to unlock those items. A lot of the fun will definitely come from playing online. Thankfully, this game features cross-platforming online action, so you're not just stuck playing against PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or Nintendo Switch or PC gamers. You will have your variety if you enable cross-play online, and that allows for you to play a variety of modes. Thankfully, they did not shortchange on the modes. You can play in just regular races, you can play in one-on-one cop versus racer, you can be a part of a group of cops trying to take down a group of racers, or vice versa. The online functionality that was available in the original game thankfully returns here, and it's just as good if not better, simply because of cross-play availability. And thankfully, all of the DLC that was released in the original 2010 version is also packaged in the remastered version, so you get everything that came out for the game in 2010 and 2011. Overall, if you're a fan of arcade racers, if you're a fan of the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit franchise, and you just want to enjoy a quick arcade racer that has offline fun and, most importantly, a lot of online fun, because the lobbies filled up pretty quickly for yours truly, no matter what time of the day I played, you will thoroughly enjoy this remaster. But if you're coming in with the thought that this is going to be a brand new Need for Speed that's unlike any other, it's not much different than the 2010 version. So don't get your expectations too high, both graphically and functionally, because it's pretty much a bare bones remaster if there ever was one. It's just done very, very well. So there you have it. This has been Soulful Lordy, James Bullock, once again with another video game first impressions. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And if you don't mind, I have to rev up my engines, make sure that these cops are not on my tail, and if I can, I will pretty much skim through the eye of a needle that is a roadblock to race to the finish line, and make sure every racer and every cop behind me has no choice but to say, "Oh Lordy."